Clyde? Clyde.
Yes.
I've wanted one of these since the 8th grade.
Awesome.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for items that have retained not only their emotional connection with buyers, but also their financial worth on the second-hand market.
Homer, I've collected hundreds of antique cars in the theory that they don't make them like they used to.
Number 10, Lisa Frank Stationery.
There's all these folders and pens and backpacks and stationery and stickers. Of course, stickers.
We should never forget that practically everything is nostalgic for somebody out there in the world. As the years go by, more items from comparatively recent decades accrue vintage currency within the minds of young consumers.
Rainbows, and then hearts, music notes, teddy bears, unicorns, stars, color, fantasy, jewels, glints, everything that makes a kid happy, smile.
Lisa Frank Stationery was extremely popular back in the 90s. Which means that adults in the modern day with disposable income can now purchase NOS or new old stock to their heart's content. Original examples of this retro 80s and 90s designed stationery can go for inflated prices on the second-hand market as well, depending upon how pre-loved these items were in their heyday.
The stickers were so cool. The colors were awesome. I gotta find more. So I go to the store. And wow, there's tons of awesome Lisa Frank stuff. I gotta have it. What more can I say?
Number 9, Hess Trucks and Toys.
The fact that Hess is no longer a gas station is irrelevant. For many people, it was never about that Hess was a gas station. It's about Hess produced this really amazing toy that in many cases for some people who are collecting it accrued value over time, but for others it was just a great Christmas toy.
A true classic never goes out of style, especially when they're manufactured as well as many of the Hess toy line. This energy company not only sells gas to its consumers, but has also delivered smiles to girls and boys since 1964.
I've counted at least 73 participating stations. You can get your scale model Hess transport truck for only $1.39.
Toy trucks, planes, rescue vehicles, and more all seem to have one thing in common, specifically the sturdiness of their construction. In fact, the person writing this video can personally attest to how much their children enjoy playing with these quick-moving and engaging little vehicles. Additionally, vintage models from the 1960s can fetch a couple of $1,000s today, if you can find one.
Hey, I need some trucks, man, and you got somebody go, I can get you some trucks. I can get you some trucks. Listen, meet me by the back door, 5 o'clock, I'll get you 2 trucks, but I need 4. I can get you 2, take it or leave it.
Number 8, Magic the Gathering.
Is there still a place where fun involves thinking, imagining, doing? Some of us think so, and we find it in a game.
Some trading card games come and go, while others retain a special place in the hearts and minds of those who played them back in the day. Magic the Gathering was introduced back in 1993 by Wizards of the Coast, a gaming company that eventually purchased the rights to TSR's legendary Dungeons & Dragons brand.
It was given away at first, then it was given to local game stores at the time, and eventually it just went on to become a phenomenon. And nowadays, millions is given away yearly in prize money, and people make livings out of playing Magic the Gathering.
Magic's rabid fan following could easily be compared to that of D&D. This includes how this subculture is consistently on the hunt for rare and powerful cards for their deck. Magic cards that either proved incredibly useful or were manufactured in small quantities can be considered quite valuable today, as players around the world continue their gaming obsession.
These cards are never going to be reprinted. Think of these as fine art, or that first Spider-Man comic, Amazing Fantasy 1. That's done nothing but go up over time. The same has happened with these cards. These cards are collectible cards. So yeah, for the most part, this is just something that you would sit on. This is something that is a long-term investment.
Number 7, coins.
Mrs. McDougal is willing to offer her son's collection of mint-condition silver buffalo coins.
Can we get off the coin collection? She's not going to settle for a coin collection.
Some old-school collectibles refuse to go quietly into that good night, and instead live on, passed down through generations. Stamp collecting, for example, continues to thrive today, as does the collecting of rare coins. We're not really talking about those coins that are often advertised on TV, but rather those truly rare pieces from a bygone era. coins whose existence and history need to be discovered by dedicated research.
Heavy dye polishing resulted in the obliteration of the D mint mark on some pennies, making them highly sought after by collectors. Low-grade examples of these coins can fetch around $500 or more, with uncirculated examples being worth around $10,500 if they score in the high mint state range.
It would be easy for the average layperson to skip a rare and valuable coin scattered amongst some random sparrow change. True mint aficionados know what's up, however, and have driven the worth of some rare coins to impressive figures at auction.
I've been around just from here buying some, and I've actually sold about an extra $4,000 worth of coins just from buying and selling here.
There you go,
yeah.
man.
Number 6. Polly Pockets.
You can open up her case, there's a world for you.
Wow.
So many fun places, you'll have lots to do. Polly Pocket, Polly Pocket, Polly Pocket, so small you can take her anywhere.
It just isn't the same as a phrase that some fans of the Polly Pocket toy line might be repeating, particularly if they're old enough to remember this toy's early 90s glory. That's because the Polly Pockets of today don't really feel like the Polly Pockets of yesteryear.
Turn upside down, side up. Elevator 1, elevator 2, that becomes a pool. Cool. Add a room or 2 or 3.
Those OG examples retained their tiny size and well-developed little worlds, complete with itsy-bitsy accessories. Unfortunately, these accessories could easily be lost, which makes complete versions of some old-school Polly Pockets worth a little bit of coin. The birthday party stamper from 1992, for example, can go for over $500 in mint condition.
Typically, if you were to buy this complete on eBay open box, some of them, I don't know if they sell, but some of them are listed as high as around $1,500 American, $1,700, $1,800 Canadian. It's a lot of money.
Number 5. Old tech.
They don't make that like they used to. They don't make anything like they used to.
Picture it. You're staying over at your grandparents' house and they're done watching their stories. You walk over to their gigantic television that doubles as furniture and flick the on switch for some cathode ray sunshine. Or maybe you've brought your Sega Master System over to a friend's house for the weekend. Old tech can be big business. And this doesn't only include TVs and retro gaming consoles.
I'm sort of an audio geek, sorry.
No, don't apologize. I love you. For being that way. I love it. I'm like that too.
A lot of folks go crazy for the Walkman tape players, iPods, or computer systems of their youth, while those who weren't even there for the heyday of these items want to pick them up to figure out how they work. In an age where so much of our media isn't ours, the old school rules.
You give me back my Walkman!
I never borrowed your Walkman.
Well, then I lost it. You buy me one.
Number 4. VHS tapes. Disney and horror play nice.
The TV still works, and I know we've seen all our DVDs 100 times, so this could be the perfect time to break out Daddy's VHS collection.
It's something of a misconception that every old school Disney VHS is worth money. Most of them were mass-produced and extremely popular, and thus aren't worth more than a couple bucks secondhand. However, some Disney tapes from the early 80s can be worth something, as well as any copies of the band Song of the South from 1946.
But do you think we could find it?
Find it? Of course we could. But what's the use of speculating on that when we is going away?
This also isn't to say that VHS as a medium is worthless. Far from it, in fact. The horror genre has proven particularly lucrative for tape heads, particularly rare shot-on-video efforts such as Spine, Black Devil Doll from Hell, or 555. These tapes are seen as holy grails, and can often switch hands for an obscene amount of money.
I mean, it wouldn't be nice for me to let you get cold. You being a friend of Linda's, us having such a good lunch together, it just wouldn't be nice.
Number 3. Vinyl records.
This is the best collection I've ever seen.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I hope you know I can only afford to buy a few of these. I mean, this is...
Like I told you on the phone, I'm only interested in selling the collection as a whole.
A lot of factors go into what makes a vinyl record valuable, from the condition of the wax to the scarcity of its pressing. Modern audiophile tendencies have helped fuel the resurging vinyl market for years, yet some of the priciest records remain those released in bygone decades. The butcher cover of the Beatles yesterday and today, for example, can be worth big money, depending on the state of its jacket.
These are unicorn records. Never even seen some of these.
Elsewhere, other valuable records include albums from the prog and psych worlds from artists that may not have enjoyed success while they were around, but eventually adopted cult status from the underground. All of those elements go into what makes vinyl obsessives get out there and dig.
Dude. I'd never seen anybody look at anything the way you look at that record. I felt like it was important you should have it. I was like...
Number 2. Funko.
We saw people that would never come into our booth buying products, and I think we knew right then and there that we had something on our hands. We've actually hit something with, as far as design and aesthetics, that resonated with collectors. And from that day on, we just went around and signed as many licenses as I possibly can.
We realized that Funko Pops aren't really action figures and shouldn't be lumped into how that equally popular market moves and shakes. Yet both of these collectibles often utilize their exclusive or limited runs to hype up their rarity and value.
And then Barnes & Noble, they can drop their Harry Potter 9,500 piece exclusive just fine. Target can drop their 2 9,500 piece exclusives just fine. But then you get to these smaller retailers where Toy Temple's getting an Ellie 1,200 piece Leroy, and Even's getting a 1,200 piece Goku, Chalice getting a 5,000 piece Frieren, and the Naruto at 9,500 pieces.
Limited edition Funko drops are nothing new, and often show up at places such as San Diego Comic-Con. The race and fight to be the first in line can be a stressful one, while the agony of defeat definitely feels real for those who desperately want a certain Funko, but might have to pay big time on the secondary market. Collecting should be joyful, but sometimes it isn't all fun and games.
Because they capture the essence of our childhoods and just some of our most favorite characters. And, you know, people are willing to do a lot for the stories that they love and the characters that they love.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Pokémon cards.
The Pokémon Trading Card Game Tour is coming to your area, and you and your friends are all invited. Learn to play the Pokémon Trading Card Game. Gotta catch the card!
The Pokémon brand made headlines for all of the wrong reasons in summer 2025. This was when a collectibles store in New Bedford, Massachusetts, suffered a break-in, not for money or jewelry, but Pokémon cards. Over $100,000 worth of Pokémon cards to be exact.
They knew exactly what items to target and what they were going for.
Owners say the stolen items have serial numbers that are now flagged as stolen, but the cases have now been emptied and the cameras are still rolling.
This speaks not only to the brand's continued popularity, but also the lengths some will go to capitalize in a financial capacity. Cards that were produced in a limited capacity for special events can go for substantial amounts of money, while Pokémon's legacy as an enduring brand is tethered to the nostalgia of every kid who once dreamt of catching them all.
You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokémon. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokémon.
What do you think is going to be the next great collectible? Shout it out in the comments.
90s delightful stuff.
And real unicorns.
Scrunchies, gel pens, trapper keepers.